Hey, this is Lauren with this is Lauren with Digital Nomad Lifestyle. I'm probably not gonna edit that out. You know, we're gonna go for it. So today's talk is the 4 steps to getting into digital marketing. So I'm asked this question quite a bit about how to get into digital marketing, how I got into digital marketing. I did put together a little more expansive video about my full story, which you can see on my YouTube or on Instagram. But here's like the 4 steps a little more condensed. So step 1 is going to be niche down. So the first thing that a lot of people, when you first start getting into digital marketing, or if you just jump right into having a digital marketing business, you want to run your own business, is trying to do everything. Usually if I'm a recruiter, me as a business owner, I know if somebody has less than a year of experience in digital marketing and they tell me that they do everything, I know right off the bat that you don't actually do anything very well, which is nothing against you. That's just the reality of the situation. There's no way you do social media as well as somebody who's done social media straight and devoted themselves for the last year if you've been doing everything in the digital space. So the first thing is niche down. That can be really difficult, I know, because you may not have one area that you're super excited about. However, sometimes you kind of have to fake it a little bit. And I hate to say that, but really when I first got into SEO, which is my kind of bread and butter right now, I wasn't actually that interested in SEO. I was somewhat interested in it, but I knew that I had to niche down in order to get employers to take me seriously, employers or clients, depending on where you're at, to take me seriously. So I focused on SEO. From there, what you find is actually Jordan Peterson talks about this. It's kind of a funnel. So at the beginning, you have to really constrict yourself. You constrict your opportunities, but after that, then it opens right back up. So once you get a year or two of experience in SEO, if you find yourself in a marketing firm or you just have a good network or what have you, you can start expanding out and doing digital advertising, content marketing, social media, or what have you. I'm not saying SEO is necessarily the right field for you, but that's one example. So step number 1, niche down. Step number 2 is certifications. So just do some research on Google after you find that niche. Maybe ask around. I would say try to get the top 3 to 5 certifications in that specific arena. If you're looking for SEO, jump on my website. I'll have an article up that talks about this specifically, and you can kind of see like what recommendations I would have for certifications. But yeah, generally the top 3 to 5 is going to be pretty good. The key to that is actually like being disciplined and learning what's in the certification and not just figuring out how to pass the test, because really if you're asked about it, that could backfire on you. So step 2, get certifications, preferably the top 3 to 5 recognized certifications in that specific niche. Step 3 is going to be working for a small business. So I know one person that I was in a master's program with. She worked at her mom's beauty salon. I did digital marketing started doing SEO and some digital marketing for a restaurant that I was bartending at the time. Preferably if you have a relationship with a local business, it's going to help out a little bit more. But really this is just free work. You're doing free work. I did that free work for 8 months before I got an internship. You could probably do it shorter if you wanted to. But really, ultimately, once again, as an employer, if I see that somebody's worked for free for 8 months, that proves to me that you actually have gotten your hands dirty, that you have a good idea of what you're doing, and most importantly, that you're going to stick to what you're doing. Nobody's really going to do free work for 8 months and then just give up on a new job a month in. So number 3 is working for a local business. Number 4 is going to be, number 3, really the end of that is going to be putting together a case study. So after that, I would put together that case study. So after taking that certification, you should have a good idea of the metrics or key performance indicators, is kind of what you call in digital marketing, that you should kind of be tracking to. It's not that you have to increase sales by X amount. It could just be some more what you'd sort of call micro conversions. Or just sort of softer key performance indicators. Nobody's going to expect you to increase sales by 100% of a small business in your first 3 months. And if you do, then great, you should start your own marketing firm because you clearly have a gift. So putting together that case study. So to reiterate, number 3 is get together for a local business. Get together with a local business to do some free work. Preferably one you already have a relationship with, as that's a little bit easier. Not impossible if you don't, though. And put together a case study. After that is going to be number 4 is networking, which is probably the most important part, especially for longevity in this field. So if you're in Denver, Add Now, I believe is a new name. It was Add 2 for a long time. I was just at their event on Thursday. I should know this. But Add Now is a great resource in Denver. Generally, if you're in any metropolitan area, there's usually at least 2 or 3 different ad groups. I know AAF is like the acronym for like an advertising group in America that has groups for young professionals all over the U.S. Meetups is a great way. So I know there's some search engine meetups here in Denver. I'm sure they're all over the place. Web design. I know there's a lot of meetups there. If you're in more of a remote spot, I know that you could do like virtual. There's quite a few virtual meetups, especially kind of in the post-COVID world. So even if you're not in a more metropolitan area, you can do it that way as well. So to reiterate, number 1 is niche down. Number 2 is to get certifications, preferably I'd say about 3 to 5. Number 3 is to find a local business that you preferably already have a relationship with. That way it's a little bit easier to get in the door. Do some free work for them. Get together a case study. Number 4 is network. All right. This is Lauren with Digital Nomad Lifestyle. You can find me on Instagram at official Digital Nomad Lifestyle, which is maybe the longest handle on Instagram. If anybody finds a handle longer than that, I don't have anything to give you yet, but I'll be impressed. See if you, put it in the comments if you guys can find a handle longer than mine. That would be difficult. The Digital Nomad Lifestyle on YouTube, and we have a Facebook group under that same name as well, and then digitalnomadlifestyle.com for blogs, and we also have an email newsletter set up on there as well. All right, till next